On today's episode is very special to me. He doesn't know it, but we share a lot in common because we have both beat the odds of coming back from major neck surgeries, stronger than ever. I can remember walking into Toys R Us a few years ago and seeing one of my dream figures on the shelf, which was my SummerSlam figure of this wrestler. I did not let go of it all the way home. This truly means the world to me. Please welcome to the show, winner of the best feud of the decade against John Cena, the man who was named CBS Sports as having the moment of the year 2020, the CBS winner of the best promo of the year in 2020, the PWI winner of the match of the year in 2001 for his TLC match with the likes of Christian against the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys, the 11-time WWE champion, the heavyweight champion, the 5-time Intercontinental champion, the 14-time tag team champion, the former King of the Ring, the first Money in the Bank winner, 2010 and 2021 Royal Rumble winner. Fun fact, the 2010 part is a year before my birthday year. Grand Slam champion, the winner of four Slammy Awards, the man that is the legend of both, the legacy of both the TLC and Money in the Bank matches, and WWE Hall of Famer and fellow Canadian, the Right Superstar.
So, Steven, I got to be honest, I've never had an introduction like that. You said stuff that I didn't even know I won. So, you brought me up to speed. I didn't know the CBS stuff. I didn't know any of that stuff. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I got my coffee and my Charlie Brown mug. I got my Maple Leafs hat on my Blue Jays hat on in my Maple Leafs room because I know you're a Toronto guy.
Almost old enough to drink coffee. Funny story.
Yeah. Okay.
My dad left coffee out, and Liam thought it was chocolate milk.
Oh, no.
Or milk for him. He drank it. He's only 8.
Was he bouncing off the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, boy.
There's nothing like a start of coffee for the first time.
Well, so I saw your tweet yesterday. That's how fast we made this happen. And when I saw you do interviews and had a show, I was like, yeah, I got to get on the show. And here we are.
You also got a free shirt. Don't forget that part.
And I get a free shirt. I mean, come on.
Just text us which logo you want on, and we'll put it on.
Okay. All right. I want your logo.
We're going to put on this.
That's what I need. Yep.
There's also stuff in the back.
Really? Cool. So you said that we have both had neck surgeries.
Yes.
How hard was yours to come back from?
That one was really hard because I couldn't move my neck at all. Like, I couldn't. If I moved my neck, it was like a...
Yeah.
And the second one wasn't that bad. But, you know the N-word?
Yeah.
That's a traumatizing thing for me because when I had it, she blew 3 IVs. My hand was swollen for like a week. Like, it was this big.
Wow.
I couldn't turn my neck or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, and the reason why is my brain was going to my neck, and I was now the B word is in my back. So I have fluids in my spine. The doctor even said we didn't know that I had Chiari for 5 years. Wow. The doctor said I'm lucky to not be paralyzed or dead.
You are one tough kid.
I was fighting through it without me even knowing.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I hear that and I think about mine and I'm like, mine are a walk in the park compared
I
to
mean,
that.
no, yours was probably really bad, but it was a walk in the park for you because you were an adult, so you could handle it.
Very true. Very true. Very true. And that's
I
why I say the fact that you have gone through all of that at your age, that just speaks to what kind of guts you got, kiddo.
If you were like an 11-year-old, you would be crying. I'm not even gonna lie.
Not even
Because
gonna lie. I believe you. I
if you
absolutely.
if you had to have neck surgery when you were 11,
Yeah.
twice,
No way.
you'd be crying.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
second
you're darn
one
right I
wasn't
would.
as bad as the first one because the first one I just had done it. It was the first time, so my neck wasn't used to it. So
Yeah.
and then the second one was like a walk in the park. That's it.
Wow.
And the worst part is they had to shave my head, which was one. Two, they had to staple like a paper to the back of my head to hold the fluids back.
Wow.
They had to staple my head, which I still have the staples from. And they got removed while I was awake.
Wow.
I've been through a lot of surgeries, let's just say that.
That had to feel weird. Well, hey, but look at us. We're sitting here now. Right? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be able to sit here and talk to you now. So this is great. This is great. Nice little Sunday chat. So what do you got for me? What questions do you got for me?
And plus, speaking of surgeries, I just had a month ago surgery on my throat
A
and
month?
nose. A month ago, yeah. Like pretty much a month ago, yeah.
Wow.
Like I had surgery on my nose and they had to reconstruct my uvula and my nose.
Wow. You sound great. Because
Yeah.
I would assume that even a month later, I'd still not be talking.
I mean, I can actually talk, but it was very hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you take it easy. If you get tired, you just let me know. Okay.
Okay, this is on the page, so I'm going to say it just for the page.
Okay.
Hi, Jim. Welcome to the show. How are you today?
I am great, Stephen. Thank you. How are you?
Good. It's been like the best week ever. I got one of my games that I haven't seen in like a year because I got a new PS4 because I broke my old one on accident because I was putting in a disc and it went under the disc cover. So it broke, and then I couldn't put any disc in, and it's Spider-Man, and so they had to get a new one. We put in the Spider-Man disc, said it couldn't download, like it was impossible to download. But Mom and Dad just bought all the packs, all the free bundle, all the extra bundles, everything.
Everything. So
and I just beated Miles Morales, and I'm trying to beat this one now.
This has nothing to do with wrestling, but who's your favorite superhero?
Hey, this show isn't always about wrestling. You
okay,
can
good.
Whatever
so
you want.
Your
superheroes. Your Edge. Right. Yeah, like your Edge. You can do whatever you want.
You hit me with a yo, too. I like it. Okay, so when I was growing up, Spider-Man was huge. I love Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite, but like it's going between either Captain America.
Ooh, okay.
Venom.
Ooh.
Because in the movie, Venom was a superhero and a villain.
Yeah, okay. Rare choice.
And Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man. Okay. All right. So for me, like my top three, Spider-Man, Thor, and the Incredible Hulk. Honorable mention to Daredevil.
So my brother is actually a fanboy for Hulk.
How can you not be? He's green and he wears purple pants that rip.
Well, I'm not really a big fan of Hulk.
All right. Our first disagreement. I'll let it slide, though.
Especially not Hulk versus Hulkbuster, because it's Iron Man versus Hulk. No. And they're destroying half the city. And didn't Hulk run away because he destroyed half the city? That's because of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Iron Man made him destroy half the city.
Yeah, but then Hulk gets all the blame, and that doesn't seem fair.
Like, it's not fair. And Hulk is different from Bruce Banner. So
Yeah.
so he doesn't have the same mindset. Because my brother has autism, and I see how they resemble. So
Okay.
he thinks that everything's blamed on him. He did all of it. So he ran off. That was Tony Stark's fault.
Little by little, I think you're starting to become a fan of the Hulk just from this conversation.
And Thor actually got his eye removed because of Iron Man, because he made Hulk run off, and he had to go find Hulk, and then in Ragnarok.
It's
Thor
crazy.
had his eye removed.
Well, and so did Odin. That's in the sagas. But Odin is Thor's dad.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Oh, it's like a family feud.
Right.
It's a family generation.
Well, and Loki is his brother, so it is a family feud. Man, it's almost like the Wyatt family in wrestling.
Yes. See,
yeah, I totally took you off track. I'm sorry. I totally took you off track.
No, it's fine.
I know you wanted to ask a question.
I would talk about this all day. I'll talk about this all day, I promise. I have nowhere to go. So, I'm not really a fanboy of DC. It's Marvel all day for me.
Me too.
Marvel has Captain America, Venom, Spider-Man, all that. Wakanda Forever, Black Panther, Chadwick. Like, they have everybody.
Wolverine.
That's one of my favorites, too.
Incredible Hulk.
That's one of my favorites, too. Wolverine is one of my favorites, too, and so is Deadpool.
Deadpool, right?
So, honestly, between Wolverine and Deadpool, I would pick Deadpool because he has a comedic side to it. Wolverine goes serious, like, Buck, come here, Buck. He's always like that. But why don't you have a little joke?
Well, now it depends on what version of Wolverine. Because Wolverine, when he called everybody bub, he had a little bit of a sarcastic side to him. But I have to admit, one of my favorite movies is Logan. And I love the way Hugh Jackman played Wolverine in that movie. I just thought it was really, really good. And I actually kind of feel like this version of Edge is kind of like that version of Wolverine.
Yes. The beard.
A little bit older. We're a little bit slower, but we're much wiser.
So
at least that's what I tell myself.
The Wolverine series was good. The last part, no, it was so dumb. Well, the whole point of Wolverine is that his superpowers, he cannot die, but he dies at the end.
Well, because he's getting older, and now his superpowers, we're learning he doesn't have those powers of healing that he used to have.
But it's been like 2, 3, 4, 5 years since Deadpool was ever released, and he hasn't aged one single bit.
Well, you got a point. We better not pull those threads, otherwise we'll pull the whole sweater apart.
I did not even know that was a saying, but now I'm going to use that every day.
Now you put it in your repertoire now. You got it. It's yours.
Okay. Now we've had this serious discussion. Time to get
to the silly stuff now.
Yeah, same. Before we begin, I want to say a huge thank you for taking the time to come on my show. This interview means so much to me. This is like one of the best interviews I've ever had in my life.
Oh, buddy. Well, thank you, because even like I don't even know what to say to that, but I'm happy to do it. There we go. Oh, I'll get my maple leaf out there. There we go. I'll wave it with my head. Like I said, when I saw your tweet and I thought, well, we have to do that interview. Let's make this happen. And here we are, not even a day later, and we're doing it. And that's awesome. So I'm just as happy to be here.
I was playing that Spider-Man game, and my dad came out and he's like, guess who just agreed to an interview? You're not going to believe it. And then he comes to my ear and he's like, you think you know me? I'm like, what?
Oh, there it is.
You are lying. You are lying.
Oh, that's great. Sneaky dad. Look at that.
Like, just from you retweeting the post?
Yeah.
I got 1,000 subscribers. 2,000 today. But yesterday I got 1,500 subscribers, and I was at 400 subscribers that morning.
Wow. So I tell you what, once we post clips of this interview and we start putting them on social media, hopefully it goes up even more. That's what I'm hoping for.
Maybe we can do a part 2 if you agree to it.
There we go.
I'd be down to part 2. So, I swear to God, this is like the bump, because they're laughing like, and we're all making jokes. It's like the bump.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
Yeah. See, some people do serious interviews like, what is this? What is that? What is this, wrestlers? This is the stuff I like seeing. Having fun, being yourself. Don't get nervous. Just do it.
Well, I've learned over the years that if I do an interview, you pretty much get Adam. And I can talk about Edge, because Edge is a character that Adam plays. I just happen to have been playing that character off and on for 20-some years now. Right? I know.
Just a little while.
Just a little bit.
So yesterday, speaking of subscribers, so I went. The first match was a title match.
Okay.
I'm not
at the show you went to, right?
I'm not gonna say who won. I'm not, because it's a private taping. I was only some people were invited there.
Okay.
And I got to actually be the announcer for that match.
I was gonna say, the way you introed me, I don't need Tony Chimmel anymore, which is good because he's annoying. So
I have been told that from so many people. I'm like, I have so many jobs. I have Kevin Owens' show. I have an announcer. I have a commentator. I have a manager. Like, I have so many backup jobs.
You're set. If this whole interview thing, if you're not feeling it, you got backups. What a great place to be.
I wanted to be a ref, but I'm overthinking it because I might die from whiplash, because you just saw how the ref got knocked out.
Yeah.
From Roman's shoe.
Yeah. Refereeing is a dangerous job.
Yeah, you have to learn all the dodging moves. You have to tell them if they're okay, and if you don't know that the wrestler's gonna come up and do that sneak attack move that they always do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being a referee, it's a very important but dangerous job. So
tough job.
Tough gig.
Okay, we haven't even got to the questions yet. We're
all right.
already
Okay, let's get to the
going
questions.
crazy.
Here we go. I'm bouncing in my chair. I'm ready. You are too. Okay, we'll bounce a little bit. There we go. I got to work this chair in. There we go. Okay.
I actually have a SummerSlam chair that I'm sitting on right now. SummerSlam chair I'm sitting on right now.
Whoa. I'm in my Maple Leafs chair.
Look, you got one. You got a comfortable chair.
It is comfortable.
Well, we all know that you are a wrestler, but that is only a part of who you are. You are also a father, a husband, a friend, and an actor. So before we lay a spear on wrestling questions, I would like to play a little game of Steven Gets to Know Edge, the Rated R Superstar.
All right.
Are you ready, player one?
Am I really what?
Are you ready, player one?
I am ready, controller of the questions.
Awesome. Okay, my first question is one of my favorites to ask because it shows a lot about who you are. Are you ready? It's probably going to be the toughest question that you will be asked today or ever. So I need you to start concentrating. Like, this is real serious.
I gotta get ready. Okay. All right. It's good we get this one out of the way first. Okay. Fire away, kiddo.
What is your favorite color?
Favorite color?
Yeah.
You set me up. I was like, okay, we're about to get heavy here. Favorite color?
It is a tough one.
So my favorite color is green.
Oh, that's my brother.
I love green.
He loves
nice
green.
Forest green. Yep.
Yeah. Mine is blue.
Blue. Well, then you'd like this room.
Yes.
Painted maple leaf blue.
I do like it. What is your favorite snack food?
Oh, see this?
Mine's
Yours?
chips. Chips all day.
Yeah.
Never
Chips all day.
betray chips.
So, I love donuts. I love donuts. Like, I have a problem with donuts.
I'm not really that addicted.
Yeah, I'm full on. Like, I have this donut place here I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and there's this place called Stay Glazed Donuts. It used to be called Dope Donuts, but they changed the name. They have donuts in there. Like, I feel like a melting candle while I'm eating them. And they're so good.
Have you ever tried Krispy Kreme? Krispy Kreme?
Yes. And Krispy Kremes, they're good, especially when they're nice and warm. But for me, it's this place. So donuts, yes. Cookies too.
This is yours?
Yes, that's a place called Luchado down in Miami, and they made a Rated R Superstar donut.
Oh, we're getting one of those. I don't care if it's chocolate flavored. I'm gonna hang it up. Be like my new statue.
Yeah, so donuts.
Speaking of chips.
Right.
I actually found this rare chip that just came out.
Okay.
It's like Lay's chips. But you know those smart food popcorn?
Yes.
The cheddar kind?
Yeah.
It's like them combined. You can taste the Lay's and you can taste the cheddar. It's delicious.
Wow. Okay. All right.
One bad problem I have is I'm addicted to chips, right?
Yeah.
I have barely any teeth on this side or this side.
That makes it a little more difficult.
Because of my condition.
But you still enjoy them.
Yes, but I try to not let them hit my gums because whenever they hit my gums, I get too frustrated. I'm like, no, that's it. I'm done. No,
yeah.
No, that's it. I'm done. No more.
No more chips.
Like, I'm like, done. Because it's frustrating because it's been like a lot of times that I couldn't eat chips.
That would be
frustrating. I've had throat surgery, I couldn't eat chips because it's sharp and it can hurt the stitches.
Yeah, because even if you don't have surgery, sometimes it can scratch your throat.
Teeth surgeries, I had to have stitches here and here all over the gums.
Yeah.
I had to wait till those came out. Finally got to eat chips. They hurt my gums.
Yep.
Like my gums are turning red for how much chips I eat.
Really?
They're turning real red.
What's your favorite flavor of chip, or is it just regular?
No, never regular.
Never. Silly me. What was I thinking?
I don't really know, but I think my favorite Lay's kind of chips are ketchup. Ketchup favorite Lay's.
And that's such a Canadian thing.
As a fellow Canadian, ketchup.
Ketchup, right? I mean, you cannot go wrong with ketchup. And somewhere, Renee Paquette is going to see this, and she is going to be salivating thinking about ketchup chips. And now she lives in Las Vegas, so she's not going to get them. And we can talk about ketchup chips all day. I like it. I love it. You know what I will say, though?
Oh, yeah.
Real quickly, what I will say, I prefer rippled chips.
I've never... Oh, the rippled. Are those the wavy chips? Yep.
Yeah.
Love those chips.
Right?
Especially the Ruffles one. Those are the best.
Ruffles ones are so good.
Yeah, hold on. Just 1 second, Edge.
Yeah.
That is a shoulder sack. So my brain condition developed 2 little bumps in my shoulder.
Okay.
So it's like a shock that goes on my shoulder and makes me collapse. Like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You okay?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
It goes away after a while.
Okay.
And thank you for asking.
Yeah. Well, you just tell me whenever you need to take a break.
Okay.
Okay.
You have often touched on how much your girls mean to you. What is your favorite part about being a dad?
It's the best part of my life. You know, I always, when I was involved in wrestling, in the thick of my, wrestling career, to me, it seemed impossible to have kids and to pull off that schedule. And I know it was possible because I saw people doing it, but I just didn't think it would be for me. I really like being hands-on with my girls and being there for them and being here as much as I can for them. And I don't know, they made me a better person. It suddenly you realize that life isn't all about you. And now you have these little people to take care of and try and nurture and water and let them grow into these beautiful human beings. To me, it's just, I realized once we started having the girls that that's what I was put here for, was to be dad to them. And I just, like I said, they make me better. They make me think about things differently. They make me look at life entirely differently, really put in perspective what's important and really what isn't. And when I can compartmentalize things like that, suddenly there's things that seemed like so important to me before. And I realized, no, they're important, but they're important because they're fun or because it's my job, but it's not the most important thing in my life. Now I'm with someone with Beth, who I have a rock solid partner that stands side by side with me to help me raise these girls. And it truly is the best thing I've ever been involved with. And every day when I see them, a new word or a new something or little bits of their personality come out, or even now they're starting to roll their eyes at me like, oh, Dad, I'm becoming the uncool dad, but I don't care. It's so much fun. What a great question too, by the way.
So, fun fact, my mom actually wanted kids before she was even 6.
Wow. She knew.
She wanted them.
She knew.
She either wanted 4 or 2.
Okay.
The reason for 1 is because she knows what it's like to be an only child.
Yep, me too.
The reason for 3 is the middle child always feels left out on everything.
Okay, I can see that.
So she tries to be respectful and always takes care. And
well, we have 2, and we had 2 little girls, and Beth grew up very close to her brother Eric, and I grew up an only child, so I didn't know the difference, but Beth had said, it's so much. You have a best friend built in, and
from the start, when you were born.
Exactly, from the start, and there's a connection that I didn't know about or understand, and when I see them now and how they get along, at least for now, who knows when they're teenagers, but right now I just see how much they love each other and how much they keep each other occupied when I have to do something and Mom's at work, and I can let them start creating so that I can do the dishes, or I can do the laundry, or I can, take out the trash, or, so it's been awesome to watch. It really has. Okay.
On Chronicle, you are seen having your morning coffee as you have today's here.
With this cup, by the way.
Yep. And playing Dr. Mario. What has been your all-time favorite video game that you have played?
NHL 93, 94, and 95 Sega Genesis.
Mine is 2K series.
Okay.
Not basketball.
Well,
WWE.
For me, full disclosure, I stopped playing video games around 95 or 96 because then life just got busy and crazy and I was on the road all the time.
1995?
Yeah. So that's when I started, kind of hitting the road and getting out and trying to wrestle wherever I could. And so for a long time, video games kind of got put to the wayside until Beth bought this little Super Nintendo, system. And I realized all these old games that I played as a young guy were all on there. And then I got hooked on Dr. Mario again. And now, like, there's certain times, like, even when I'm falling asleep, I see Dr. Mario happening in my brain.
Yeah, it's
a problem.
I remember when I had my first nightmare.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Well, at least it was hilarious.
No, what the nightmare wasn't hilarious, but the moment was hilarious.
Okay. Right.
So my first nightmare, I didn't know what nightmare was, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I was sleeping, right? And I see this creepy bunny running towards me and all that. Like, it was from a closet, it was coming towards me and all that. And then I wake up, I come to Mommy, I'm like, Mommy, I saw a bad video that wouldn't let me turn off.
You thought it was a video game, but it was a nightmare.
Yeah, I thought it was a video.
Yeah, that you could, like, hit pause. Like, pause that bunny, that creepy bunny. I don't want him any closer.
I press O on the PlayStation and then it would be off. It was so hilarious. It was hilarious. The moment itself was hilarious. Because they're like, a video that you couldn't turn off? How?
I never thought of a nightmare that way. Interesting. There you go.
Because when I was like 2, is when I started. When did I start talking? 15 months. So when I was about 2, there were these videos of 3 a.m. challenges. And they're very bad videos that I don't like watching, but I watch them anyway for the sake of it. And now I've grown up, so I'm good with it. But before, they were scary, and they were like doing like this Sonic EXE and like all that stuff, Dengue and all that.
Well, that's all Greek to me. I'll be perfectly honest. But
so I saw those videos when I was growing up, from like 2 to 9.
Okay.
And now I barely watch them anymore.
Huh.
Because our favorite YouTuber for those videos has pretty much retired.
Okay.
Because he posts like 1 or 2 videos, and then the next 4 months, he's like the Fiend. He goes like to 1 or 2 matches. He goes to like 3 videos.
Yeah.
Done for like 5 months.
Huh.
Crazy.
Crazy.
He also lied. He said his friend died, but no.
Well, that's no good then. Well, then who cares if he posts videos? We'll get people to watch your videos.
Yes.
Yeah. See what I'm talking about?
Take the advice from Edge. When you and Beth are home away from wrestling, what is your favorite pastime to do as a family when you get some time to just kick back and relax?
You know what we love to do a lot of times?
What is your favorite thing about to do that? Oh.
Well, our family time, no matter what it is, we love family time. We all love being together. So for instance, this morning we woke up and Beth made the girls pancakes and we sat out on the deck and the girls ate pancakes and Beth played her guitar and I had my coffee in my rocking chair. And that, to me, that's a great morning, and today we're going to go outside and, probably play around the pool a little bit. And then I just love playing with the girls, whether it's, they'll make little stores out in the woods. They'll have a stone store and they'll sell me stones. And then I can go lie in my hammock and while they play a little bit, and then they'll try and sell me more stuff. We just, they're
do you have the money?
Well, no, it's like fake currency, so I hand them.
Thank God. Who knows what they're going to do with the money? Right. They're going to bounce off the walls.
Yeah, so we do a lot of that. And my oldest Lyric, she loves to draw and create, and I do too. So we'll go down that wormhole quite a bit. But we just, no matter what it is, we just like spending time. Like while I was at SmackDown this week, they went camping out in the woods, and I missed out on the camping trip. And Beth was sending me pictures while I was at SmackDown. I was like, oh, as much fun as it is being at SmackDown, I really wish I was at the campsite with them.
So you said one of your kids is very creative and likes to draw.
Yes.
I've actually drawn this thing where it's like goes like this, and it's like a rabbit that's with carrots.
Yes.
And there's carrot pieces flying everywhere, and it's like, yeah.
I know when you fold the paper and then it opens up and the mouth is big. Yep, she does those too. Yep.
Oh.
Awesome.
And so you said you like doing family time.
Yeah.
Me and my family. Well, my dad has to go to sleep because he has to go to work.
Yeah.
So me, Liam's my brother, and Mom play this game that we bought called Meltdown. It's one of my favorite games ever. You get this putty piece, and you have to roll up in the ball. Push it with this flat piece, and then you get 12 blocks. You put them on, and whoever gets none of them left, they win. And if some fall, and even if they're not even yours, you keep them.
Whoa.
So you have to like keep adding them if they fall and keep adding them.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things is, so my brother got a 1 to put it on top.
Yeah.
He got a 1, then the thing fell off, and then he got 1 fell off, so he just took 1 away and got 1 back.
Wow. Well, that sounds like fun. We play games too. We like games too.
It's very fun.
Yeah. There you go.
Water?
I'm good. Well, I still got my coffee. I'm good with coffee.
Coffee makes you dehydrated.
Well, it's dehydrated especially with the amount that I have. Oof. But I'll drink water too. I drink a gallon of water a day. So
almost as much as I do.
Drink a lot of water.
My estimate is pretty much 3 gallons a week.
Okay.
That's my estimated. I drink a lot of water.
Yeah. That's good though. It's good. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
What else? A lot of water.
What else do you want to know?
What are 5 words that you would use to describe yourself?
Oh gosh.
My 5 words for you to describe you: amazing, athletic, because smart, creative, caring, and that's it. That's 5 words.
Wow, those are some pretty stellar words. Thank you. Let's see. If you ask different people, you might get different answers, but you're asking me.
Oh, one more strong.
Okay. All right. Stubborn.
I don't live with you, so I can't deny it.
I think everyone that knows me would say that's a good one. So there's one.
I know you, and you're not stubborn with me.
True.
Although that might be just because I'm a kid.
Well, and I mean, when I say stubborn, I mean in terms of
when you're grumpy, like, oh yeah, I forgot to say, you just reminded me. So if you see me yawn throughout this whole video, yep. I'm so sorry. I woke up in like the middle of the night and I couldn't go back.
Okay. You don't have to apologize for that. Trust me. I may yawn too, and the reason why is usually because the girls wake me up. So I
don't want to make you upset because sometimes sometimes wrestlers might think that I'm yawning because they're boring.
No.
You're one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Amazing. No, I wouldn't take it that way. But so when I talk about stubborn, what I mean is, I guess like if we're talking about my neck injury, like to me, I still felt like I could come back and do this. Now it took 9 years, but that stubbornness.
10 years.
Well, it was actually 9 by the time I got back for the Rumble.
Oh, okay.
And in 2020. And so a lot of stubbornness is what made that happen. So I try and look at it as a positive. but sometimes I dig my feet in the sand pretty hard on things, and I'm sure that can be frustrating to some people. But
it's crazy how you retired 1 year after I was born.
That's crazy. And what's crazy is that about my career, and that to me, that's one of the coolest parts of coming back, is that there's a whole new generation of little guys and girls that can see what I do. And that's so much fun to me, especially now having kids and seeing, to be involved in any part of that is just, it's a lot of fun.
In one of your videos, of one of your Instagram posts, you show a video of a little boy getting the Edgehead stickers, and you after commented on how much you loved seeing that after being gone for so long. Meant to you, how much it meant to you. What does it mean to you to know that you inspire so many young kids like that little boy and kids like me, and make sure that that people still remember you after 10 years, almost 10 years?
It's very humbling, to be honest.
If people remember you after 10 years, then that means, almost 10 years, then that means you are a really great wrestler.
Well, thank you, buddy. For me, I think, like I said, it's humbling, and it's so cool for me. It's probably the coolest aspect of getting to come back and do this, is that element of a whole new generation of kids I get to perform in front of, because I thought this was done. And so to be able to get in front of a whole new generation of kids, because the last generation of kids probably hated me and hated Edge, because that was my job. I was supposed to be the bad guy, right?
Well, when you were feuding with John Cena,
yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't say I liked you.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my job.
Because John Cena actually saved my life.
He did.
Brain surgery. Doc came in after a few days of recovering, because I had to stay there for like a week. Said, no trampolines, no bouncy castles, no roller coasters, none of that. No bumper carts, none of that. I said, that's it. Give up on life. I'm just going to sit in bed all day. Don't want to do anything. Staying here. Don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Saw a video of John Cena saying, never give up. Keep doing your dreams. Fell in love instantly. I have at least like 30, 50 figures.
Yeah.
Of that, like John Cena. I have a whole stash home. Please.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
All those are John Cena, and some of them are John Cena in here.
Nice. Yeah, it's
and people like you inspire me to keep going and fighting through this.
It's a good message, and John and I were perfect opponents for each other, and our characters collided at exactly the right time, because the hero needs the evil villain, and I got to play the evil villain. What's nice this time in coming back, as much as it might disappoint some fans who want to see that evil Edge, I think at this point in my life,
the good Edge is better.
Yeah, I think. Well, and
plus you are like playing heel almost your whole career. Give you a chance to be the good Edge.
Right, and even good Edge is still pretty crazy.
I didn't really like that Edge. Good Edge does the
yes. So like I said,
never did anything with any chairs, none of that.
The good Edge is still pretty crazy.
Except for tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yes. Yeah. So there was still a lot of chair stuff, but now it's just different chair stuff.
I want to see this. And also, this is actually a real chair. It's not fake.
That's from an actual chair. Well, be careful now. All right.
You want to know how hardcore I am?
How hardcore? Well, I already know how hardcore you are after you telling me about those surgeries.
I don't mean that part. I mean like how much I love hardcore events.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I may have two things that are a little bit extreme for keeping on a shelf. Maybe. I have a table that's like with almost all the rest of that with their signed it.
Oh, cool.
And with Sabu's B-word on it.
Whoa. That is pretty extreme. Wow. Well, so, but what I will say is because you have come through the surgeries that you have come through, you're way more extreme and hardcore than any hardcore wrestler ever. I'm just letting you know.
I wouldn't, thank you, but I wouldn't say agree that. Because I have a little guy called Channing Decker. Channing Decker is a wrestler. He has hardcore matches, almost every match he gets.
Yeah.
I have actually a white chair from a match he did that's covered in both the men's B-word.
Well, I'm telling you, and I know those guys would agree, even though I've never met them, that you are way more hardcore.
No.
They would. There's no way they'd go through what you went through.
They would.
You're not going to get me to agree with you on this. This is our first disagreement.
They would agree, but I don't agree with
that. Fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion.
Because Channing is actually one of my best friends, and I actually love him.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Okay, next question, right? Okay, sorry.
You grew up in Orangeville, which is not far from where I live, Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is the biggest thing that you miss about Canada?
Oh gosh, I mean, I miss everything about Canada. Honestly, I really do. I love the people. I miss the familiarity of what I grew up with. I miss Canadian, fall. I miss my family. I don't know. There's something like when I go home, and if let's say we have a show at the Scotiabank Center now, I still call it the Air Canada Center. When I'm on the Gardiner Expressway and I go over that one hill and I see downtown, I'm like, I'm home.
I miss this place.
Yeah. As much as I love where we are and we're firmly entrenched here and we've planted roots here and it's a great place to raise our girls, I still miss Canada. And I miss from Halifax to Vancouver. Like I love Canada.
Do you still get ketchup chips?
Ketchup chips. I miss ketchup chips.
You can't get those anymore?
I don't see them down here. At least where I shop. Right?
Speaking of ketchup chips, I've seen American YouTubers that are like exotic foods, ketchup chips.
Exotic?
That ain't exotic.
That's just normal for us.
I see like hundreds of those bags in stores every day.
Yeah, that's not exotic.
Ketchup chips, put in the shopping cart every day. And I see some YouTubers, exotic foods. And most of them are exotic, but then they pull up ketchup chips and I'm like, okay, this video is done.
Yeah, that's not exotic.
I'm like, I can't wait to see him eat all these exotic foods and then, ketchup chips. Okay.
So that's what I would say I miss most about Canada is just all of those things. And just
I'll send you a bag of ketchup chips.
All right, sold.
Got you, man. For free.
Free? Even better.
It'll be with your shirt in an envelope.
Okay. All right.
My mom says I'm a comedian. How did you and Christian meet and become friends?
So, Christian moved to Orangeville in the 6th grade, and he had a Ninja Star that you could get out of if you filled out this thing in the back of Karate Illustrated and sent in and paid for it, you could get a Ninja Star, which seems very strange nowadays, but back then it was normal. And
just do it, and then you'll get the Ninja Star for free. And then you
get the Ninja Star. Yeah. So he moves to town, and he's got a Ninja Star, and that's super cool. especially in the 6th grade. So he had offered to sell it to me. And I thought, yeah, I got to buy this Ninja Star because that's amazing.
Was it real?
It was real.
It was metal and everything?
Yeah. Yeah. So after school that day, the transaction is going to happen, right? So we're sitting there talking and he goes, yeah, I don't think I want to sell it. It's pretty cool. I want to keep it. But in the midst of that conversation, we started talking about Hulk Hogan. And then we both realized, wait, you like wrestling too?
I'm a real American.
Yep.
The rights of everyone.
Yep. And then we started talking about Roddy Piper. And then we started talking about Ricky Steamboat. And then we started talking about all of these different wrestlers.
Believe it or not, I know everyone that you just said. I know everyone that you just said.
You go back and watch the clips, right? That's great.
Yeah.
Well, because of that, we then remained friends all the way through school. We went to college together. We lived together in college. I started training to become a wrestler. About a year and a half later, he started training to become a wrestler. And then I got to the WWE, and they had heard of him, and then they finally brought him in as my brother. And then we're in the Brood, and then suddenly we weren't brothers anymore, and we were Edge and Christian, and we've just had so much fun over the years.
I love the Edge and Christian show.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous, which is what we were going for. Well, thank you.
Okay. Wait, how many questions have I asked? I haven't kept count.
I have no idea.
Yeah, one more. Okay, we'll start now.
Okay, all right.
10. No, 15. I forgot 15. When you were inducted into the Hall of Fame, you were introduced by Christian. Oh, by the way, pop-up question. What does it feel like how many mixed feelings do you have because Christian's in a different company that didn't feud with your company?
Oh, I don't, personally, as the talent, we don't look at it as a feud. We're happy that there's like multiple places to go and be able to do this. So for me personally, I just want him to be happy wherever that is.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for talking about AW, because I don't want you to get in trouble.
Doesn't matter. No. I'm happy for him. I think it's great wherever he can go and get the respect that he deserves. For being as good as he is, and I know he is going to teach people so much when he gets inside a wrestling ring with them. And that's really all he wants to do. That's all I want to do too. If we can spread any of the knowledge that we've learned for doing this for 30 years, that's what we wanted to do. Now, would I love to do it side by side with him? Absolutely. But I'm just happy that we're actually both back doing this, which is crazy.
When you were inducted into the Hall of Fame, you were introduced by Christian. Your lifelong best friend, he showed a video of you back at your local high school, which was really funny to watch. What did that moment mean to you to come back, going back to your high school after your success as a wrestler?
Well, it was Beth and I had gone up to Orangeville, and I was just kind of taking her around all my old spots, and where I grew up. And we went back, we snuck into my high school. It was at night. There was nobody there, and we found an open door, and we snuck in, and I showed her around the school. And I took her to the place where Christian and I, Jay and I used to wrestle. And I didn't know she was recording me when I was pretending to wrestle. And she recorded it and sent it to Christian, who then I didn't know he was going to play that because I didn't know he had it. I didn't even know that video existed. So I was backstage watching him play this video in front of thousands of people, and I just went, oh my God. He got me. He got me good.
Like that moment, I am gonna watch again.
Yeah, it was. I can look back now and laugh. At the time, I was just like, "Oh no, what did they do to me?" But it was so funny, so stupid, so ridiculous.
Some people may not know this is the third question. Keeping count. We have about calculating. 12 more questions.
Okay.
Mom's looking for a question. We're gonna do a part 2. Yes. You were recently quoted on the WWE show The Bump as saying, "I don't use motivation, I use discipline when talking about getting back into shape. Can you please tell me any other quotes that you like to use your daily life?" Which one of your quotes is, "You don't get scars, you earn scars," which I am getting that shirt.
You are? Hey, I tell you what, I'll get you one. I know a guy.
Yes. I'll be wearing that for months on months.
That honestly, that's one of the coolest things about that shirt, and I didn't know it was going to take on the life that it did with people who are struggling through things. I didn't really think of that aspect of it, and that made it. That's probably the most special shirt I think we've ever released in my eyes, at least for the character of Edge, and the outpouring of people who could relate to it was really mind-boggling to me. And like I said, it took on a life of its own, and it just became this something people could relate to if they were going through difficult times. And I thought that was pretty amazing. So, I mean, I said in my Hall of Fame speech, there's this line from a song by the Avett Brothers, and it says, "Decide what to be and go be it." And I just thought that was so simple, but so profound. You know, I get a lot of ideas from songs. There's a song from Pearl Jam called "Life Wasted," and it's I've tasted a life wasted, and I'm never going back again. Because I think at some point everybody has probably wasted some time, and I always thought that was a very positive way to look at it. And they also have a song called "Present Tense." It's just, I always try to live in the moment that's happening right now. Because if you worry about too much going forward or too much in the past, there's not a whole lot you can do to affect either of those. The way you can affect those is what you're doing in the present. And so those are, I guess, mentalities that I always try to keep near and dear. That got deep, sorry.
Okay. It was like I was therapying you. 11 more questions to go. No? What? One's like 12 more questions, but I'm like 11. No, I did the pop. 12 more questions.
Well, just fire away. Just keep firing away. We'll worry about the count as we go.
I need you to count in my head. You count. 12 more to go. Remember that. Okay. When you were forced to retire because of your injury, you became an actor, acting in both movies and TV shows. What do you like the most about being an actor?
Well, acting, it fell in my lap by accident when I had to retire, and I didn't realize how important it would be to me adapting to life without wrestling, because I'm a creative person, and wrestling is so creative. And I love being involved in every aspect of wrestling, from the storylines to my promos, to my gear, to my t-shirts, I'm in hands-on with all of that. And I love the creativity of that. Suddenly that wasn't there. And within a week of retiring, I got a phone call to start appearing on the show that filmed out in Halifax called Haven. And it tapped into all of those creative places. And that was pretty great. You okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And if you need to take a break, and we can do part 2 on another day, it's okay.
No. I know, but I'm going through the last 11 questions whether my shoulder likes it or not.
He's got determination, that's for sure.
It's Edge. Of course I have determination. Looking back on your life, knowing what you know now, what advice would you give your younger self, and if you were to travel back in time?
You know, I would tell my younger self to follow your gut compass.
Follow your heart.
Yeah. And I pretty much always did that. So I can look back and go, ooh, man, wish that didn't happen, or wish this didn't happen. But I learned from all of those things. And without going through some of those things, I don't know if I come out on the other side the person that I am now.
Yeah, if you didn't go through that stuff, you wouldn't be Edge.
Yeah, so I just, and I don't feel like I'd be the father I am now and the partner I am now. And
you've been through all that, so now you know what it's like to go through all this. And if your kids get surgery, you know what they're going through. And
yeah, and I think, so I think I just tell them, the young me, to follow. I always call it my gut compass. Heart, gut compass, whatever it is. Like,
even it's like a gut, but it's like a heart.
So that's what I'd say, which is, I think, kind of what I did.
Well, that's actually a very inspiring message. I make everybody laugh. We got about 4 more questions.
All right.
5. No, minus this one. Okay, 5 more. Okay. Well, guys, that's all the time we have for today. I want to give a huge thank you to Edge for taking the time out of his busy week to sit down and talk with me. It meant the world to me. It meant to me to sit down with you, because truly you are one of my favorite wrestling heroes. If you would like to see more videos like this, make sure to leave an educator on that like button, and hit a spear on that subscribe button. Do you have any final words, Edge, for my viewers?
Well, I got to tell you, this was such a breath of fresh air. I had so much fun. Thank you. We're going to do part 2. So we'll make sure we get that done. Don't worry. But thank you, because this was a lot of fun. It really was a lot of fun. And it really further cements in my brain that coming back and getting to do this in front of people your age and a whole new fan base, man, it's just such a pleasure. So much fun. I'm having a blast, and I hope you guys are all having a blast watching it.
Okay, I didn't see this one. I want to see this one too. This tattoo.
Okay, let's see. There it is. There it is.
You should get a tattoo of the ladder of like you spearing Hardy on your arm.
I don't know if Beth would let me get that one.
Until next time, guys, always remember to be yourself. Bye, guys.
Hey, everybody. This is Edge, WWE Hall of Famer. I got one of those faces. You probably know who I am. You are watching Steven's Wrestling Journey on YouTube. You can like it. You can subscribe to it. You can do all of those things that you're supposed to do on YouTube that I really don't know what they are because I'm not really up on the whole tech. But hey, that's okay. I'm a dinosaur. Watch this, like it. Notifications, all the good stuff and all those technical terms. Steven's Wrestling Journey.